Hey, what's up? This is Carl. I'm juror number 5, and this is my Ponderosa. Coming out here, I didn't think I would make it this long out here, honestly, you know? So for me, I never got too cocky. Every time I came to tribal, I made sure I brought everything with me because I knew, you know, that in this game, anything can happen, you know? So it happened to me tonight, but ultimately, I'm okay with everything that took place.
Carl,
how you doing, Doc?
Have a seat.
Yes, sir.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm great.
Yeah?
Great, as always. For some reason this morning when I woke up, I just felt deep down inside that my wife is here in Fiji. Before I left home, she said do everything I could to get to the loved ones visit. So that's probably the only letdown that I have is that part.
You didn't find an issue in the challenges, lack of energy or anything like that?
Not one single time. I was more puzzled, you know, myself because I would have thought, you know, it would have kind of wore me down a little more than what it did, because considering that me coming into here, I was a smoker, you know what I mean?
Really?
I smoked cigarettes. I didn't stop smoking until I left to come here to Fiji.
Really?
Yeah. You know, it's not so bad after all because I still have a part to play in this game.
How much weight do you think you lost?
I'm thinking no more from the way I feel, no more than about 8 pounds. 144.8, so 10 pounds. Well, I would hope to be in Survivor history, you know what I mean? The first time the nullifier's ever been in the game, I got it, I played it, and I played it correctly, you know? So, yeah, hopefully I am remembered, you know, by a bunch of Survivor fans for that move, and just for the fact of me being me and playing, you know, the way that, like I've said, I played this game like how I live my life, you know what I mean? I try to take it one day at a time. I try not to get ahead of myself, you know, and I've always been a hard-working person, so my work ethic was there, you know, and I kept it real with everybody that was there, and I'm proud of that. I can hang my hat to that. They got me, man. Everybody that was here at Ponderosa, I mean, they welcomed me in with open arms. And of course, a beer, they all know that me, I like beer, so, you know, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I wanted it, bro. Yeah, they got me, man. Good to see you again, John.
Yeah, man, same.
Dan, hey, I'm sorry about that, man, but I told you I had to do it, man. I had to do it. Oh, that mirror, I'm not ready to look in that mirror yet. Let me finish this beer first. Let me finish this beer first before I look in that mirror. I mean, I didn't want to just initially go running straight to the mirror. I mean, I could feel that I didn't look like, you know, what I look like right now, obviously. And, you know, me being bald-headed, I typically on a daily basis, I shave my head every day, you know, so I knew going 30 days and, you know, I knew I would have that George Jefferson look going on, so I wasn't too excited to see that, you know what I mean? So I was kind of hesitant about looking in the mirror. Ew. Oh my God. Yeah, I need to go clean up real quick.
Carl looked the same to me from day one, other than he had more hair than when he came in. So, I mean, dude only lost 10 pounds. Like, how I'm still the reigning champ of the most weight loss and I came out at 25 days, I don't know.
Medium, Hawaiian pizza, spicy.
I guess pizza and steak.
What kind of pizza is that?
All of this.
What's this?
Beef fried rice.
I was shocked again. Second guy out of not even that many that have ordered rice.
You got rice, brother? You ain't had enough rice?
Oh, I love rice.
Carl getting here last night was definitely good. He's the first David other than myself to be here, and so it was interesting hearing his perspective.
Real talk, you were more threatening than any of them. You were more of a bigger threat. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, okay, well, she's a threat. She's playing. She's talking to people on the Goliath side, you know what I'm saying? People on the David side.
Carl and I connected like day one we met each other, you know. I gave him a hard time because he's a dad. So I'm always like, you know, you were in there that long, so you got that dad instinct, that intuition.
Your demise was the simple fact that you were strong as hell in every freaking challenge. That's why they all wanted you out. The conversation last night when I sat down from dinner was pretty cool. I mean, obviously, you know, they wanted to know, you know, what took place after they were voted off. So, you know, me being the last one to come into Ponderosa, I had a little bit more information that they didn't know about. It really made me feel good that they were happy to see me and make my first night coming into Ponderosa and a joyful night. Dinner was awesome. I mean, hadn't eaten sitting down at a table in 30-something days, so yeah, that was pretty sick. Hola. Oh, this is sweet. Wow. I live in a big city and I see lots and lots of homeless people on a daily basis, you know, so to feel like they felt, you know what I mean, for 30 days, even though I was playing a game, it was real. It really touched my heart there for a moment. You know, it's a blessing, man. I mean, it kind of puts everything back into perspective, you know what I'm saying? I mean, to have a bed, have a towel or a shower, you know, it's crazy, you know. It's just a transition. I'm back in the real world again, you know. But my wife, she's really, you know, opened my eyes, you know, from where I came from, and has played a big role in who I am today as a man. We tend to take women for granted in a sense, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the guy I was for a nice while. I mean, I took her for granted, you know what I mean? But that's probably one of the best things that I can take out of this experience, is that it's opened my eyes and instilled in me that everyone deserves to have someone like Gina on their side.
When I listen to Carl, you know, when he tells me stories, or when he's like giving me advice, or saying anything, I know I can just take his word for it. There's no BS with Carl.
So I was sitting at the table in there and I see a boat pull up, you know, so I looked again and I was like, that's her, you know, so I immediately got up and literally just jetted, you know, across that pier.
Next thing I know, I'm putting my last couple pieces to this puzzle that I've been working on together, and I seen Carl run by me, and I'm like, why would Carl be running by me? There would be like maybe two things that would cause that. The place is burning down or his wife's in front of him, you know?
And yeah, I mean, it was true. It was my wife, you know. I was able to see my wife.
You okay?
I missed you so much. I got you to Fiji.
You got me. I said you got me
I
to
voted
Fiji.
out last night.
You good? Man, no more beer coming.
No, I lost 10 pounds. I lost 10 pounds. Yeah, I've talked about you so much.
But then there was another person coming down the dock, and I thought it was someone just like escorting, you know, Carl's wife.
And then next thing I know, I hear Alex say something about his mama, and then he tears off.
And I see this lady on the dock, I'm like, that's not my mom. And then I just get closer and closer. I'm like, no way. Gina!
Gina! Oh my God! You know Gina! How you doing? Talking too much about me, huh?
When you're stripped of everything, the thing you realize that it is got the most value and importance, far more than anything, including food, is your family. And so getting to see those reunions was very special. It really was. That's awesome.
Anybody think that this game is easy? It's not. Just because you see it on TV and you're like, oh, they're probably getting this and getting that, is.
Oh yeah, no, it's not.
By no stretch of the imagination do they give you anything. When you help people from, you know, out of the goodness of your heart and not be expecting anything in return, good things are bound to happen for you. And I've always done that in my life. So being able to have this opportunity on Survivor was one of the paybacks for me, in a sense, for being the person that I've been so far in my life.